Hey, yo, B, what's going on, everybody out there? Mr. Sandman signing back in real quick on episode 30 of the Roundtable. You know what I'm saying? 30 episodes in. Let us begin. First and foremost, shouts go out to Ahmed Johnson. You know, it's Ahmed Johnson's birthday, man. I ain't gonna lie, like, we all remember when Ahmed Johnson, we thought this dude had some promise. You know, this dude, he had the power, he had the agility. You know, it's really sad though, like what happened to him, like the downfall to Ahmed Johnson. And I think it all began with when he went with the Nation of Domination. You know, it's like in a way it made sense, but at the same time it didn't because yeah, he may have it may have made sense at the time being because the Nation of Domination was on that, Malcolm X by any means necessary type of role, and Ahmed Johnson was up and coming. He was like that next dude to to basically take out the bum to taker, which was red hot also. So, like in a way, it was like, okay, you wanted to book him even stronger while putting him with the stable, but it didn't work out. Oh, it did. Let me drop that link. Hold on. Let me drop that link. Drop that link there. Everybody that want to pull up, you already know what's really good. For the nation. It did? I didn't even know that. Like I figured like when right before the nation, he was intercontinental champion and doing this thing. He was teaming up with Shawn Michaels. And you know what's the thing with this dude? Like he was just very athletic, very energetic, and powerful.
Oh, we talking about Ahmed Johnson today.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday to him, Yeah, we lost you.
All right. And he had two chances and he messed them both up.
Yeah, when it came to WWF, but can you really count WCW as a chance?
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when he first came, they put the IC title on him
Right.
and it was a flop. Then there was talk backstage that Vince and Pritchard and them, they had a problem with him for his conditioning. He was lazy, and that when he beat Gold Dust, that was supposed to be his major push.
Nah,
But
Snugs, you're not late. You can pull up, Snugs. You ain't late at all. You just in time.
that was supposed to be his major push because remember, the IC title used to be known as the workhorse title. So
Right.
if they gave you that title, they were grooming you to have more TV time and you to be next in line for the big gold. What my favorite title, the Wing Eagle title.
Right. Which they do need to bring back. I think it'll be awesome if they would just give Roman Reigns like a newer version of the old school wing title. Like make it look more prestige, make it look more up to date instead of him carrying around two titles. But that's only me. But go ahead.
Well, it wasn't planned. that Cody was gonna bring that back, but torn pectoral muscle.
Yeah,
Ah,
we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's deal with the appetizer first. When we
yeah,
get
the
main
the
course.
Ahmed Johnson. Oh,
Yeah, man. Like I just felt like he got in his own way. Not only with the injuries, but with him just being hard headed and stubborn. That's what I ultimately think it was. He didn't want to work well with others, which is unfortunate. And you can see, we all seen that he had a shitload of potential.
and they needed someone to be champion because what he came in 1994, 93, 94. WWF was in a
96, I
bad
think.
state.
96, I think. 95, 96.
Yeah, that was their worst time. Like it was horrible.
I think
They
he showed up at the right time.
No,
I
I'm
think,
talking about the product was bad. Did you
yeah,
see? Did you see the roster they had?
it
They
was.
they had all they had was Razor Ramon, but he had his his drug problems and alcohol. Um, Shawn Michaels was a diva.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Bret Hart was overworked, and Yokozuna was very limited. And let's not talk about Big Daddy Fool Diesel. He was a terrible champion. He didn't draw nothing.
you're right.
They had him in a title match with Mabel.
Yeah, title
He,
match with who?
with for SummerSlam, the main event was Diesel versus Mabel. That was terrible. And then
I fucks with Mabel though. Like that was my dude. He
and
just didn't
then
build his own strength.
Owen Hart was red hot. He had the King of Hearts gimmick, and they didn't give him the title because Owen was a family man and he wasn't going to sacrifice missing time with his kids. So all they had was Diesel and then Ahmed Johnson just
Yeah,
disappointing.
like remember this dude, from what we was told, Vince McMahon wanted Ahmed Johnson to beat Undertaker for the strap, but
That never
this
happened.
Ahmed
That would
Johnson
never
didn't
happen.
do that.
Undertaker would kick his ass. Vince can't tell Undertaker to lose.
I know how you feel. Undertaker can never lose. I know.
No, but I didn't honestly. Undertaker wouldn't be able to get Ahmed Johnson over. He was a bad worker.
What are you talking about?
Look here, just because someone does power slams, Pearl River plunge, does not make you a great worker.
No, I
Like,
thought you were talking about like. I think you're talking about Undertaker not being a good worker.
no, 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 no. I said I don't even think Undertaker would have been able to carry him. You you saw that train wreck with him and Sid Vicious.
What the WrestleMania match?
Yeah,
Yeah, Sid was bad.
That was
He
a
was
good
bad.
match. It was a good match. It wasn't a bad
No,
match. It wasn't like
it was a
awful.
good match as an energy, but
do not
it
pay.
wasn't
Do not
it
pay.
wasn't rated
Yo.
as one of the greatest matches.
Do not pay.
Huh?
Do not pay
What
Snubbs mind with that silly shit.
are you talking
That
about?
was a
Oh,
good
okay.
match.
It
He's a
was a good match.
No, it
I
wasn't.
watched. I watched that match. It was pretty good. It wasn't like
it was
you
good,
know.
EB.
It wasn't like
You know how
what?
Art feels about the Undertaker.
That motherfucker trash.
You didn't like old school?
Yeah, I'm not like it's moments I like from Bum and Taker. I can't sit there and completely shit on them.
But you
But
It's not fun to take.
yo, V, if you want to pull up, if you want to pull up The link is right there, V. All you gotta do is hit the link. It's right here. As you can see my cursor. You can pull up and join us. Talk about the old fashioned wrestling. You know
You
what I'm
know
saying?
what?
Like
They would have
if
never
y'all
had none of these
ladies,
problems.
if y'all ladies have an opinion about this, like come through. It's all goody. We all here to
I
chop it up about wrestling.
I'll tell you this, they wouldn't have had none of these problems if they gave my boy Rick Martel the title.
Yeah.
Yo, Rick Martel should have definitely been in the Continental title. In the Continental
No,
champion.
WWE, WWF champion.
Nah,
He was hated. He
now
was
you
hated that much.
That's why I said ill.
Because if you think about it, he was a star when he was at AWA.
That's AWA though. What the fuck?
Nope. Nah, you gotta understand this.
I am gonna say, you said he should be champion
AWA
because he's the
Smoky
star in
Mountains
AWA.
was big things in the territorial days. They were still making
That's
noise.
the territorial days, not W. That's not when WWF or WCW was red hot.
Yeah, but I'm saying he could have been a good champion. Arrogance,
But hold on.
music.
Yeah, I fuck. That's the thing. I fuck with the model Rick Martel. That was my guy. But
And they were still doing wrestling moves back then.
He would have been a perfect mid card champion. I give him that. I don't see him as a main eventer. I just don't. But anyways, yo, my dude Nate in the building was good today.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, if you're gonna give Rick Martel the WWF title, you got to give it to Ted DiBiase first because he was probably the greatest heel that they had in '80. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Champion.
He is. He never got pinned.
Yeah.
Ken Shamrock should have been champion.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Knuckle up time.
Knuckle up with he had the intensity but no charisma.
That's okay. He was still the baddest man on the planet at one point.
Now you want to talk about somebody that came up in the wrong era? And like I would say Shamrock, but to a certain extent, I would say, it's like a mixed bag when it comes to Shamrock because what if Paul Heyman would have been Shamrock's manager?
That'd been dope.
How can he do that if are you talking about like if he was in a different era? Or
that's what I'm saying.
About,
he was like he was in the right era. Like it's like Shamrock was in the right era, but at the same time he was in the wrong era, given the fact that he needed somebody to shoot his promo as a singles competitor.
Shamrock Paul Heyman wasn't WWE back then.
Now, if you would have had that's what I'm saying. If you would have had a Paul Heyman or Paulie Dangerously, like man.
So who was the managers in that in the Attitude Era in that mouthpiece?
Well,
was there any?
He was with the Corporate Ministries.
Yeah, they had a couple managers back then.
At the height of his career, it was him and Bossman. He was a tag team.
Trish Stratus.
I think that was a time where they gave the title to The Rock too soon.
Would you not? Hell no. That was a perfect time to put the title on The Rock. You bugging.
He had his own show. He had his own show.
I'm talking about the corporate show. The corporate champion.
He had a. Yeah,
I think they
fine. No, they had to because Stone Cold needed someone to face to win the title off of, and they were having a great feud.
So you mean tell me Ken Shamrock couldn't have been the man?
But as I said, she feel like no wrestler should have two belts. Defending two belts takes a lot of time and physicality and stamina.
Nah, because the people like Chris Benoit and Ultimo Dragon, like they had like 8 belts at one point. Like I don't mind that if they can defend it. Depends.
She may have a point though, but let's really be real. Like Roman Reigns is right now working a lot of schedule there from before, and that. It makes it a little backwards because he was working a more crazier schedule than now, given the fact that he's a double champion. So it's like you build this dude all the way up for him to hold both the belts hostage.
I'm sorry, but I have no sympathy for Roman Reigns. You know why? Because let me tell you, you know who could have helped You know who could have carried 2 titles and kept going?
Undertaker.
No, Ric
Oh
Flair.
my goodness.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair?
Ric Flair. Watch the documentary.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
He couldn't keep 5 marriages together. Talking about belts.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's what kept them together. They God.
Yeah, I heard Shorty his recent wife, she decided to stay with him because remember they was about to get a divorce, but she was like, "Oh, I changed my mind."
Yeah, she's gonna
They weren't even technically married. I found out they didn't even have a ceremony or nothing.
You know why?
Because remember, everybody went to their marriage. You remember it was on Charles?
I don't know. I mean, like technically, it wasn't really a marriage. That's what I heard. So I don't know. I don't know what the
She saw that money coming back after he announced he was coming back for one more match.
She just came out with a book too. I think she wrote a book. His ex, whatever.
Check this out. If you married to Ric Flair, you should already know what comes with it.
Number 3 Sims and booze.
They didn't call him the Nature Boy because of his wrestling ability.
Space Mountain. Yo, Charlotte Flair is beautiful.
Actually, if you think about it, if you give someone multiple titles, it's not a bad idea because it gets you to watch them, and you always wonder like who's going to take one of the belts off of them. So I think it draws more attention.
I guess the last person they did that with was what, Kenny Omega?
Oh, God.
I hate that dude.
I hate Kenny Omega.
But he plays such a bad heel. It doesn't come off as a great heel, Omega. That's what I don't like.
Roman is a pretty boy, but truly has no skills. Not like a lot of other wrestlers. Oh man, we're so
acknowledge me.
Hey, put her on the mic. Tell her to join the live. I want to hear her.
Wow.
Yo, you heard that? Pull up, B.
What's up with the red hair? I'm having a hankering for some Wendy's French fries right now.
Can't even say that with a straight face.
Brittany's coming out with the croissant, sausage, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, that looks good. You see that?
Wait.
That bacon.
Hold on. Wendy's got the strawberry frosty coming out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That breakfast sandwich, that bacon egg, you better have a roll of toilet paper. You're gonna have the shits, man. That thing is massive.
Dude, this is not White Castle. Only White Castles can do that to you.
I love White Castle.
Nah, you wouldn't say that if you had New York White Castles.
Hell yeah, New York White Castle's the best.
No. There's a difference. New York White Castles is called a murder burger for a reason.
Yo, I eat White Castle from New York.
He from New York.
Yes, I'm saying it's a good place. I love White Castle.
You must be constipated when you eat it.
Yo, did you get the 20 cheeseburgers, the fries, and the chicken rings?
Oh, God.
Nah. We're not here to talk about fine ghetto cuisine. We're here to talk about the old-fashioned wrestling. Now,
Ric Flair could have been a double champion.
This dude, well, wasn't he? He could have been a double champion, as a matter of fact. What he supposed to hold the WCW and WWF belts?
No, that was just a shady stunt of Vince McMahon saying, "You know what, Rick? You was the number one guy in WCW, and you their champion, and you wasn't treated right. Bring that title over to here." And WCW was like, "Oh, we're not letting that happen." So there was a big lawsuit. Long story short, it got settled out or it got thrown out. And what they did was that's how the WCW world title was created. Because remember, at that time, WCW was still aligned with North Wrestling Alliance, and that was their title.
Yep.
So when Ric Flair jumped ship, NWA tried to sue because he's like, "Look, that's our title, and it's licensed to WCW," and they pulled out, and WCW had the WCW belt. Who was the first original champion? Lex Luger. Even though he did nothing, I didn't even know he was a champion. He was a champion for over a year.
Yeah, they wanted to book him like a champion because you look like a champion.
Yeah, he looked like a champion.
Wrestle like a champion.
But at those times, he didn't. WCW didn't need to cut promos. You know what? I hate. Y'all might agree with me, or y'all might not. Surfer Sting was by far the best wrestler ever in the '90s, in that era.
Who?
Surfer Sting.
Who?
Surfer
Not better
Sting.
than Undertaker.
No, Undertaker wasn't messing with Sting.
What do you mean? He was a god.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, especially around that time because
Undertaker
was even slower in the '90s. He was real slow.
Undertaker was a god, but we're talking about Sting had everything. He had the look. The women loved him.
Didn't have any powers.
The Macho Man actually loved him. He could wrestle. He was probably one of the strongest, and he had personality. If WWE 2K was the rate Surfer Sting, he'll be the only one rated a 99.
I ain't gonna lie. I would agree. Like around that time, he was running all over the fucking ring.
Yeah. If he was in WWE, he would have been a bigger star. Bigger star to the point that Brett might not even have the title because Sting would have been him. Sting would have been the man.
Yeah, just think about it. If Sting was in WWF, man, there probably wouldn't have been no Montreal screw job. Shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would have been between Lex and Sting.
Yeah. You got to admit when Sting beat Hogan in WCW in Detroit, man, that was a nice pop, man. That crowd reaction, the referee going crazy.
Yeah, because that was that homegrown man.
Sting, the toilet paper rolling by.
Toilet paper. I used to love when the toilet paper used to fly in the ring and shit. That feels great.
We can thank Ultimate Warrior for him not coming to the WWF. His non-talent.
Warrior.
But let's talk about Cody Rhodes. You know, like I'm not gonna lie, I definitely give a lot of respect to Cody Rhodes, even though what I think he did was completely stupid. For him to go out there with his arm basically dangling off of his fucking shoulder.
I didn't mind it.
Well, here's the thing. Once you're injured and you go into a WWE doctor, you might as well finish it because it's like, look, it can't get no better than what it was. And we all know
about WWE doctors, though. You know, WWE doctors, they don't give a fuck. They will slap a Z-Pack on his shoulder. Like, go get him, Tiger.
Yeah, I'm talking about their actual surgeon that's in Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when they really fucked up. My dude, what's his name again? I forgot his
Andrews,
name.
I think.
Andrews, yeah.
Andrews, yeah.
That dude, like 90 years old, still repairing motherfuckers.
Yeah, he repaired Edge's fused neck, and they thought he never come back.
No, but isn't the same doctor that worked on like basketball players? Like he worked on Kobe, I think too.
Yeah, basically when it came to like serious career-ending surgery, he was the
he worked on. I think he worked on Kobe's Achilles. When Kobe tore his Achilles, I think Andrews was the one that they called.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
I need to go see him because I got knees like Kobe.
Go to him. Like he's working on Big E right now.
Yeah. Well, look at Vince McMahon when he needed hip surgery. He said, "Fuck it, Brock Lesnar, give me an F5. I gotta get surgery. You know, fuck it."
Put that shit in place. Yeah, put that shit in place.
Vince McMahon is the perfect example. I won't let you do anything that I won't do myself. He took an F5 from Brock Lesnar, 70 years old. No, 60 something. My bad. 60.
Yeah. We can talk a lot of shit about Vince, but man.
All right.
He's tough.
He's a son of a bitch.
He's tough.
Vince he's stubborn, but he could be a dickhead, but you could put him, like, if you want to go to war, he's the type that'll have your back, even at this age.
Well, look what we did a couple years ago. Gronkowski, he took that pop. He took that fall off that stage thing into the crash pad. He was like 70 years old, taking a fall from like 15 feet on a crash pad. Like, Jesus.
Just remember when all the sports were like going through the pandemic, Vince McMahon did not stop. He did not take a break. There was no break in the storylines. His show kept going while everybody else was trying to figure out how they're gonna do their season.
And they made the most profit without crowds and live events. That's why I said you don't really need live events. They're still making money hand over fist.
And the fans the people needed something to keep their mind off this pandemic. So they're like, you know what? I still got my WWE. Can I at least have at least 1 or 2 hours of happiness in my life?
I still think he should have debuted a coronavirus as a wrestler.
Coronavirus.
So this Cody Rhodes situation.
Yeah, man.
I don't mind it.
Not just the injury, but I think this changed the dynamics of everything. We don't have Edge with Judgment Day. If Cody didn't get injured, I don't think Edge would have got kicked out.
Yeah, they're gonna need a top face or something.
Man, look, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. I was thinking about that earlier. Like they knew Cody Rhodes was injured, right? Like the beginning of Sunday. And we can all agree to that, right?
No, they didn't find out until like the day of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Earlier that Sunday. That's what I just said. Earlier that Sunday.
Yeah.
So why they just couldn't do like this? All right. Let's have this dude Finn Balor beat Edge in that 6-man challenge, whatever, 6-man intergender match to have Finn Balor look strong. Then on Monday, they could be like, you know what, you're the weakest link to Edge, and then they always beat Edge. Don't you think that would have made more sense? Like, who's the one that had to win and fall on Sunday?
No, you know why that wouldn't have worked? Because
who's the one that had to win and fall on Sunday?
AJ Styles got pinned.
But who had to win and fall? Answer the question, yo.
Yo, Edge got the win.
Exactly. That's the fucking stupid shit I'm talking about with WWE.
They wouldn't panic mode. They lost. They lost their golden ticket.
Oh, he's the weakest link. He's the weakest link, but he's the one that got the pin.
Hold on, because the reason why was because they had an issue with Edge. Edge wasn't agreeing with some of the stuff they were going to do with Judgment Day, so they took Edge out of the group.
Edge give a break. Still got the pin.
Yeah, but who did he pin? He pinned AJ, right?
Slink, Snugs, go ahead. Keep caping and sucking that corporate cock.
Edge didn't agree with Nick Khan. I'm telling you, Nick Khan is ruining
no sense at all.
Nick Khan is ruining that company.
That shit did not make no sense. It would have made more sense. It would have made more sense if Balor would have pinned Edge. And then these dudes would have turned on him like, yo, like basically, I thought you was the leader of this shit. How the fuck you lose to Finn Balor and then have all them jump on him? That would have made more sense.
Didn't Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley do most of the work anyway?
You're supposed to do most of the work. You're the henchman.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they did most of the work, and then he gets the pin. So maybe they felt like, well, you're holding us back because we're the ones putting in all the work, and then you're taking all the credit for the pin when we're the ones who put these guys in the position for you to pin them.
I don't even think it's that. I think this was Vince and Bruce and Nick Khan. No, Nick Khan is just shady. But Vince and Bruce went in panic mode. They don't have no baby face now. They all were just planning everything on Cody. Cody gets hurt. They don't trust Bobby Lashley.
Well, they were saying because I was watching NXT earlier, somebody was breaking the news that apparently there was a backstage thing going on where that's why I brought up a few minutes ago that Edge had an issue with how they were going to deal with Judgment Day, so they decided to take him out and put Finn Balor in there.
I would have too if they keep on wrestling Liv Morgan.
Hold on, wait. If that was the case, then why did this dude, or why did they just explain that during that promo that they cut? on that Monday. They could just said, they could, yo, Edge, you acted like you needed us. You know, you got the winning pin. You got the winning pin, but you were struggling. We had to finish off Liv Morgan and AJ Styles for you. You didn't have nothing left in the tank. You know, if that was the case, then have them bring that up. That's what you call building and storytelling.
Well, here's the problem with the storytelling. I think that was going to be Cody's next opponent.
Yo, now you're making sense right there. Now
once he got hurt,
but it still don't make no sense. It still don't make no sense. It's still because they should have had Finn Balor win to make him look strong, to basically take over Judgment Day. But when you say that, I guess it makes sense to another degree. But I'm just talking about, you know, these dudes throwing Edge out as a whole. That shit was
because you got a businessman running wrestling and he knows nothing about wrestling. This is all Nick Khan. He's trying to mess everything up so WWE falls apart so bad that Disney can snatch it up, and then we're really going to have Mickey Mouse versus John Cena.
Look at the avatar.
Oh, what's going on, my guy?
Yeah, I heard someone talking shit about Disney. You don't gotta worry about that goddamn mouse because the McMahons always go over.
I actually think Nick Khan. I think Nick Khan has private dinners with Tony Khan.
Don't worry.
I won't be surprised.
If he has dinners, I'll make sure he gets whacked.
I'm into wrestling conspiracies. What if Nick and Tony Khan really are in cahoots?
No, they're not.
No, think about it. I'm gonna take out the WWE. I'm gonna inject a little poison.
You know, it's counterproductive. That's all.
No, you remember when Vince McMahon said he was going to inject a little poison, and in came the NWO?
Yeah.
You know what's really sad? What's really sad was that promo was. This is so fucking depressing. That promo was just on a random episode of SmackDown, but that's just how good it was back then. Just all the best shit was like it was good like every fucking week.
Yeah,
now you get shit like
momentum was high.
Yeah, but wasn't that like the go home show for the pay-per-view, the No Way Out one? That had to be coming that week. Yeah.
Nobody even knew that they were signed. That was the great thing about the internet, because you didn't have these idiots like Dave Meltzer, who's breaking news.
No. They were around. They were around back then. It's just
but they wasn't
how limited the internet was.
Signings. They wasn't broadcasting signings.
Yeah, my first exposure to I think my earliest experience to the internet was, I don't know if anybody remembers this well, it's still the thing. I used to use this website called GameFAQs.com. Anybody use GameFAQs? No?
Nah.
All right.
Well, I know about it.
I never heard of it, nah.
Yeah, anyway,
I know about
it. Basically, it was basically like the gamer encyclopedia where you could like look up a guide for like any game. Of course, back then, like you had to have a printer because you had to print out like sheets and stuff. But they had forums. They had like boards and stuff. There was like boards for sports, movies, stuff like that. And I remember seeing a wrestling board. This would have been like 2004. And I remember seeing a report that said Brock Lesnar leaving WWE. I must have been maybe a junior in high school, I think. And
you found that on the internet?
Yeah, it was on the internet. Yeah. And
which one was that one? Was that the one where he left after WrestleMania, or the one that was more? That was the one after WrestleMania, right?
That's when he went to go try out for the Vikings. But
I found that out.
I found that on ESPN.
I didn't have the internet to that. Now, how I found that out was after SmackDown was over. The channel of that whatever SmackDown was on had the news come on right after, and the news broke that information to me. I didn't get that shit from the internet.
Right. Well, if you go back and look at the build to WrestleMania 20, when they were building to Goldberg and Brock wasn't even on TV. Well, I think Goldberg wasn't on TV, and it was like the build.
It was Brock Lesnar.
Well, it was Brock and Austin, and Goldberg wasn't even featured because Goldberg was leaving too. And so the WWE, they knew that Goldberg was leaving, but Brock basically told him he was leaving like the week of. And so then if you look at it's hard to find like the original match because the shit on Peacock is like edited. But if you can find like the actual match between like the one that's not edited, like the fans were booing.
And they
Jim
said,
Ross,
fuck you, Lesnar and Goldberg.
Right. And then Jim Ross on commentary, he even acknowledged the internet story where he was like, Lesnar, rumblings going on. They might be trying out football or something like that. But that broke on like the early days of the internet. That was my first exposure to the IWC or so. I thought it was just some random story some person made up, but nope. I didn't realize I was looking at a dirt sheet.
Well, I think Vince knew that Lesnar was leaving. That's why they was like, okay, we know you didn't sign your contract. We know that you wanted to do something else. So this is our opportunity to build Eddie Guerrero, and Brock Lesnar was cool with that. I think he was more pissed off with the fact that Goldberg showed no interest. I think Lesnar still wanted to go out with a bang, but Goldberg was like, I don't give a fuck right now.
Yeah, the one question I see tossed around is if they knew Goldberg and Brock was both leaving, then why did Goldberg go over? Goldberg went over because of the two at the time. I guess Vince thought that Goldberg was the one they could talk into staying, but he was like, nah, I'm going.
Nah, Goldberg had a big ego. He wasn't gonna let Brock Lesnar win. He's like, no, I'm gonna win the match. I'm not gonna lose to Brock Lesnar. He was hard to work with. That's why Brett digs on him the way he do. Because WCW made him look like a god, and he's like, look, you guys asked me to come here. You got the Rock to beg me to come here. So Goldberg was an asshole. I can see it. Goldberg didn't really humble himself. He didn't. Yeah, you know what I mean. But when you get your number one man, the pie eating, finger smacking man who's about to go to Hollywood. Well, he was in Hollywood, but he brought him in.
Did he just say finger smacking?
Yeah, whatever the hell the Rock.
He was eating some KFC.
The Rock can make a cookbook and it will sell.
Yeah, I used to get PW Torch.
He actually did come out with a cookbook. I think it's called Do You Smell What I'm Cooking? Something like that.
Probably.
No, that was a music CD, I think.
Can you cook what I'm cooking? Something like that. He do got a cookbook out.
Yeah,
I know Snoop got a cookbook out, which is funny.
Can you cook what I smell?
Let's look it up. Let's see. Why not? Let's see.
I used to use PW Torches like news and shit. And then you ever remember Raja News? That was the first thing I did in the 90s.
Yeah, I remember
News
that.
Online. Raja News Online. That's why I used to get my scoop.
Yeah.
He's still around, I think. The last couple of years he was around.
It's amazing what one injury can do to an entire company. I think Cody was booked in all the way into SummerSlam. I think Edge would have been his next opponent.
Well, you gotta remember too, though. Cody wanted. It wasn't like WWE can plan anything to replace Cody because Cody was gonna go out there no matter what.
Yeah, but they don't know how to build nobody else. They was just building the storyline with Cody. Like, oh yeah, we got Cody and Seth Rollins, and then we're gonna have Cody and Edge, and then my boy, the Tribal Chief's gonna be ready, and I'm gonna make millions of dollars. Yeah, good luck.
I was laughing my ass off last night. That shit last night made no fucking sense. I was having a good time seeing people trying to dance their way around making it sense. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
What? The Edge?
I gave up. I gave up on Finn Balor.
No, it makes perfect sense because Finn Balor needed something. Edge is like, all right, well, here's something. You can do this to be relevant again because that Judgment Day gimmick really works for Finn Balor's character.
It made no sense because
it makes it. Hold on. I'm not done yet because with Edge, he doesn't need Judgment Day. Judgment Day would need Edge, and he did what he had to do to make Judgment Day go over. He brought in Priest. He brought in Rhea Ripley.
Here's the problem.
What are you talking about?
What are you smoking?
Judgment Day, right? Judgment
a lot of
Day
people love
never
Judgment Day.
lost. Here's the problem. Judgment Day never lost. Every single big match they had, they won every single time.
Yeah.
And then at the pay-per-view, they won the match when Edge pinned Balor. Now, if Balor had...
all right, now, so before you was here, I was saying that it would have made more sense if they would have had Balor pin Edge.
Right.
And then we would have did the swerve on Monday.
I think we're arguing two different things.
Well, what are you arguing?
Nothing.
Okay. Let me make sure I got this right. So what y'all upset with is the way how it's done. What I'm talking about is I don't mind them breaking up away with getting away from Edge, because it makes sense that Edge would create something and then Finn Balor would take it over, because Finn Balor hasn't done dick the past couple of weeks. So now he's getting away.
That's fair.
Well, he's been putting people over. That's what Finn Balor's been doing.
Because Balor is garbage truck juice.
What are you talking about? Nobody's getting over. Nobody got over.
No,
this is where I'm confused.
Dude, stop flipping out and listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying that Finn Balor was putting people over for the past couple of weeks until he got into the feud with Edge and Judgment Day. So now he's
garbage truck juice.
Who Finn Balor put over? What are you talking
about? Whoever he's been fighting for the past couple of weeks. Watch Raw.
Here's where I'm confused. Where I'm confused is I was reading stuff and they were saying, oh, well, they did the double turn because Cody's hurt and they need more faces. Now listen. Here's where I call bullshit there. Exactly. Now listen. I'm not a WWE guy at all, but I will say this: Raw is doing okay with their baby faces. They got Lashley, they got AJ, they got Riddle, they got the Street Profits, they got Bianca Belair. There's plenty of faces. If anything, they need more heels.
Don't you ever mention Street Profits again? I'm sorry. I do not.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is like they're not face products. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It was just rushed, basically. That was a rush job.
It's called a panic move.
Yo, thank you. Yo, so that's what the fuck I'm talking about. We made
it's called a panic move.
But I'm glad you talking logically right now, because even if, like I said, even if they was gonna do that to pull a swerve, it's been a long time since WWE did a swerve. Just make it make sense.
Yeah, the problem was it was a swerve for the sake of a swerve. That's what it was. It was a swerve. Just for the sake. It was Russo. That's what it was. It was Russo.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how the fuck can you sit there and say Edge is the weakest link, and he's the one that got the pinfall in the fucking match?
That would be
like that would be like if AEW did the House of Black versus the Dark Order and Fuego del Sol, and then fucking Fuego del Sol joins and he kicks Malachi out.
Right.
It's a job.
Yeah.
That's what this was. That's what this was. And then some people are like, "Oh, well, it's unpredictable." Just because it's unpredictable doesn't mean it's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's of course the marks love it. I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah. You think because of the Cody injury, they need Edge back as a face?
They covered up. They panicked. They put all their eggs in a basket with Cody. Cody was supposed to be the man that was going to take everything from Roman Reigns, and then it was going to set up Dwayne Johnson versus Roman Reigns, and that would have been Roman Reigns send off to Hollywood. They panicked. Vince
and I'm going to go even further than that. Check this out, Scott. I'm going to go even further than that. Remember what I was saying before? Why the fuck they keep featuring Cody every fucking week?
He was gonna drop Roman Reigns.
Like there was no reason for them to feature Cody every single week. There was no reason. Cody is a special attraction. He's supposed to be that, that mega face. He supposed to build it better than John Cena.
No. Cody's I know role. What. I know why they advertise Cody every week, and I want you to look at this with an open mind.
Dad, will you find a jet?
Vince,
where are you?
Vince wanted. Oh, I'm outside. Vince wanted to show the rest of the bums on that roster how you work. He knew how to wrestle. He knew how to cut a promo. He knew how to bring energy. Cody, to me, is John Cena, but better packaged. Because let me tell you why. Cody, one thing you can say about John Cena knew how to work a crowd. He's the most polarized, and he's probably rated as the greatest superstar to ever be part of WWE. Because not only he can market himself on the ring, you can take him and do Make-A-Wish Foundation. You can turn him heel. He was on fire with the Thugonomics. The other wrestlers can't do that. And who you got? You got Cody. Cody proved that he can be a wrestler and he can be a sports entertainer. WWE don't have no talent. Look, they got it.
That's on them though. They don't have no talent at the top. That's how they don't give people no chance.
They got Ricochet, and he don't even defend the belt.
You know, It's funny you say that, and I'm happy that Nate is here. I wish John was here because Nate can vouch for me and John can vouch for me. I've been saying this since.
Hey man, John never pull up. You know what? I'm gonna have to do an earlier live one day so John can pull up.
Yeah, you know, because he's got kids and stuff. But yeah, I've been saying this since 2020, and Nate can vouch for me and John can vouch for me. I'm not saying this for clout. I've been saying for like 2 years that Cody's the modern day John Cena. And when I said that, like on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, people were shitting on me, talking about, oh, Cody's nowhere near John Cena. I never said he was anywhere near John Cena's star power, but his character, his promos, the way he carries himself, it's the same shit John Cena did in like 2005, 2006, 2007. And now that he's in WWE and he's becoming one of their bigger faces, now more people are starting to see it. It took him leaving AEW, going to WWE. That's what it took for more people to finally see it.
It was more than that too. It was more than that. How they presented him at WrestleMania, it solidified him. He was a main man when he came out. That entrance, we all bugged out.
No. He was a made man the moment he told, when the news came out that he said that he's leaving AEW. He was already a made man, because you know why? A lot of fans that was with AEW, they didn't like how Cody was presented. And we're like, Tony Khan, what the hell you doing? You're not going to push Cody, but you're going to give the title to Jon Moxley, and then you're going to give the title to Kenny Omega, who is by far, I'm sorry.
And there's a thing, like, both of them, I fucks with both of them. I fucks with Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega.
What?
When it comes to them being in the ring, they put it work.
No, I don't.
But when it comes to selling merch, they just not it when it comes to over here. You know what I mean? Like they just not like that out here in the mainstream.
No.
I'm good. I'm sounding good, y'all. Am I sounding good?
Yeah.
Yo, I just got side distracted. Please stay off the crap, man.
Nigga, you in the Bronx, B.
No, I'm in Queens.
Vibes.
They know the drug. I was watching the Saved by the Bell episode with the marijuana at work.
Yo, speaking of Queens, man.
Speaking of Queens,
let me go ahead and take this out. Shout outs to it's on Disney Plus now, but it was on Netflix. Shout outs to Luke Cage. I'm aware that every area of the world has like their own slang, their own saying. When I watched Luke Cage, I had no idea talking to a girl asking for coffee meant, do you want to have sex?
No, they made that up. They made that up. That's not Queens. That's Harlem.
That's Harlem.
Oh, okay. Harlem.
That was from Seinfeld. That was from a Seinfeld episode. Coffee,
because down here in the South, nobody drinks coffee. So I was like, what?
Oh no, they just say, yo, you want some trim?
No, like basically, when it comes to Luke Cage, they're not actually gonna have coffee. It's like Netflix and chill. You're not gonna actually watch Netflix.
Right. I just never heard anyone use coffee as a pickup line before.
Me neither.
Like,
Me neither. Not at all. Like when I heard shit,
and it was all the women that did it. I was like, oh, you want coffee?
Yeah, you want to come inside for some coffee at 11 o'clock at night.
I guess the girls up north are more aggressive, more honest, I guess. So
yeah.
No, they only they're really only aggressive if they know you got money.
Don't pay this dude no fucking.
Shut up.
I'm just saying, you been in the Bronx?
You damn right, born and raised.
And they only nowadays they're not your old these new bottom feeding, I ain't gonna say ain't like the old school ones. The old school ones, they'll let you know, like, hey, I'm trying to smash. Now these girls is like, oh, I ain't got no money, but you need to take me out to dinner. You need to take me out on dates. Girl, please, you live in the projects. You should be lucky if I give you $20 and a pack of Newports.
Damn, like,
Back in Newports.
Yo, we're gonna talk about yo. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do other episodes, man. Like I'm gonna have episodes where we talk about personal stuff, talk about movies, and talk about wrestling. We're gonna do that. Trust me, we're gonna do that. But
so how do you book it moving forward?
Let's move. You know what I'm saying? Now, so when it comes to this MJF situation, right? You already know I'm going to AEW tomorrow. I can't fucking wait. I'm stoked. I'm amped.
You should have a sign. I'm a mark.
Who you think is gonna win that battle royal, y'all?
The face Moxley.
I have a feeling that AEW is gonna do something stupid like make Adam Cole win it.
Hook.
Yeah. All right, that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to Adam Cole, like he got his shine. Now it's time for him to fall back.
Is he injured? I thought he was injured. I thought he had an injury. Cole had an injury. I thought he had an injury.
You said, Nate?
I thought Cole had an injury. Or something.
Don't say that.
I don't know. No, it was like a list of guys having injuries, and Cole was on the list.
No, he's not.
Nah, Cole's not hurt.
He's not hurt. Okay.
Scorpio Sky.
Don't say that. I gotta see my dude tomorrow.
I mean, I thought he was fucking Britt Baker and he broke his dick or something. Maybe he's out with a dick injury or something.
Scorpio Trash
that
is out.
Pussy that tight?
Yeah.
So Scorpio Trash is out. Cody's out.
You know what they might do? How about Darby?
Danielson
How about Darby Allin? How about Darby Allin versus Moxley to test Darby Allin, the crowd reaction? Because they want to put him in the future.
Ever again if Darby Allin is
that might be the
if they want to take a chance, if they really want to take a chance, what they should do is they should have MJF come out in street clothes and just eliminate the last person. And then MJF against Mox, and then you could be like, well, technically he won. He's employed. Because he's not employed, and then you could just sort of build it up the whole story where it's like, oh, so you're gonna do the match or you're not gonna do the match? And then you do MJF.
I don't think they're gonna waste MJF.
That sounded just
like
like
Hold
on, wait. Hold on. I ain't gonna lie, my dude. That sounds something like Solomon said earlier today, yo.
Oh, cool.
I don't think they're gonna waste that on MJF.
Y'all better not come over here with Salamanso or all these other motherfuckers.
Well, we're both Virgos. Virgos think alike, so.
Yeah, I'm a Virgo.
And Hook.
Don't make me call JD 20 from 206.
Man, JD, man, fuck that dude.
He's an idiot.
Damn.
The only good thing about JD is when he does his reviews, he's like legitimately close to having a stroke. I find that funny. That's about it. So.
Damn.
Yeah, he the one that said Judgment Day was stupid. I'm like, dude, but you like the Young Bucks.
I don't fuck with him because he's racist. I don't fuck with him because he's a racist piece of shit. So. Yeah.
I don't think he's racist.
Hook might win the battle royal.
Dude, nah, he's racist.
Remember we spoke about it before. That's my
bro. JD,
I'm not mad at you
JD's
for thinking
racist.
like that.
JD hates Asian people.
Yeah, he's racist, man. He's made 2 different racist jokes, and I remember he deleted the first one, and the second one he didn't delete, and someone called him out on it. The first racist joke he did was NXT. It was like 2020. Sasha Banks had a match with Io Shirai. It was a good match, and he was basically just like praising Sasha, and he didn't say shit about Io. And somebody said, "You don't got anything nice to say about Io?" And he was like, "Oh, I like teriyaki wings. Teriyaki wings are good every now and then." It was like, dude, fuck out of here. And then,
come on, really? So come on, my dude.
And then the second one, and then the second one was when Samoa Joe had his match with Suzuki on Dynamite. And that was the main event for the Ring of Honor title. It was a nice, hard-hitting match, and he was like, "Kung Fu," just making a bunch of just like stereotypical Japanese noises during his review.
So I guess I'm racist too then, because I was making fun of NJPW motherfuckers too.
Yeah, but you don't do it every week though.
Yeah, but you ain't posting it on social media.
Like, remember I was saying on my phone, like how AEW talk about, like, yo, I got this Japanese dude coming through named Mamuku Papupu.
Yeah.
That's
supposed to know who he is.
Just be like Jerry Lawler said, "I'm not racist. I hate everyone equally."
Here's how racism works. When you're in your house, some people say some people always say something racial. But when you do it, when you get on social media and say, "Oh, I'm bold enough to talk about, I like me some teriyaki chicken," then that's a problem.
Pretty much.
Well, Hook is gonna win the Battle Royal.
All right, well, there you go.
Yeah, I think Hook lost Steve. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait to see Hook tomorrow, you know. But I just think he lost a lot of Steve.
I don't think Taz wants his son out there already to get a title shot.
Have they said who's in the Battle Royal yet?
Well, no, be surprised if he is. Matter of fact, let's, you know what I'm saying? Well,
let me go to their website. I've never actually gone to AEW's website before. This would be interesting. Let me see if they have anything on their website for who's actually in the battle.
What you think about Miro? Wouldn't that be a good swerve?
Go over here real quick there.
Oh yeah, I like Miro. I like Miro. He'd be a good win.
That would be a good swerve.
That'd be a good match. Miro and Moxley. That'd be cool.
Eddie Kingston. What?
Eddie Kingston.
Eddie?
Yeah.
Eddie? Yeah.
Yeah.
You already know how.
I think the MJF one's. Oh shit! Here we go, Ahmed.
Oh no!
Oh god!
Hold on,
chill.
If he scores on me, and you get the football, and you score on him, and then you take it to the end zone, and then what?
Yeah.
All right, I'm on their website now. They haven't said who's in the Battle Royal. Just going to keep it a surprise.
And then what's funny about that promo is that didn't that promo end Raw?
Yes, it did. It did. It did in Raw. I remember that.
That was the last thing you heard before Raw went off the air.
Hey, check this out. Don't y'all believe when the Nation of Domination came out, y'all was like, bro, this is some racist shit. This is as bad as Crime Time.
Well, Ahmed said that was why they never won the belt. That's what Ahmed said.
Crime Time was dope.
Nah, man, that was it was dope. But I was like,
nah, Crime Time was the shit, B. Like they made that gimmick work. Cause
I love the vignettes before it.
Be funny. Let's try to be funny, but they made that work, man.
Yeah, but when they first started, I was like, Vince, this is some racist shit right here.
Nah, it was funny.
Nah, man, it's like making black folks looking like we rob and steal. I'm like,
not black folks. Crime Time.
Brooklyn.
I like when
they still had balls back then, so I'm not gonna complain.
I like when DX wanted to buy some tickets from Crime Time in like England and stuff. What do you want? Uptown, downtown, down low? What do you want?
Man,
white people loved. White people.
Yep, they did.
Crime Time.
They did.
They was mad that they didn't beat who's it? The Big Show and Jericho.
Jericho.
They never won.
They was mad that they didn't beat these dudes.
Yeah.
No, you
know what I was mad about? They never got a chance to put the title on Muhammad Hussein.
Oh God.
Because Undertaker killed him.
No, it wasn't Undertaker. It was the war, man. It was a terrorist.
He threw him through a light. He threw him through an entire.
It was also the terrorist attack in London because they was going to give Muhammad Hussein the title, and fans hated him. He was so over.
He's yelling.
Come on.
It's like, all right, Ahmed, your line is this Sunday you're gonna fight me.
I'm a real bad moon.
How
It
did
was
they
his
get
birthday the
subtitles
other
for
day
that?
too. I think
How did
it was his birthday yesterday.
Yo, shout out to the subtitle guy.
Saying Ripper.
Ahmed.
That's my man, yo.
And I'm gonna wheel.
Hey, he was over, man. He was over, but he kept getting hurt. And he would have definitely been whatever you want to call it. He would have been the first black WWF champ, but he kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
Man, he was too damn black.
Oh shit! I think I just bummed out. I just kicked somebody off. My bad. Who I kicked off?
I think it was Snuggles.
Ah, shit. Snugs. Wait, I got him. My
Can you hear
bad. I got you. That's my bad.
No, I was saying, wasn't Ron Simmons going to win? Yeah, Ron Simmons was the first black champion. It wasn't going to be
No, I was talking about WWE.
WWE.
Oh,
shit! Oh, here you go.
Jeez.
Yo, he was so over.
Yeah, you so over, bro.
If you see a smoking white van and this team's playing, run. Just run.
White America. He needed security because white America wanted to take his head off.
Yeah, and he was Italian.
And remember, that was only
that's the funniest thing. Vince ain't shit. Vince ain't shit.
Yeah, that was only like 4 years after 9/11 too. They really had balls back then.
Dude, they were doing all that shit with Putin, with Seth, right before that shit with Ukraine.
And that shit broke my heart because Big Show pushed over his flag and he had to make an apology on Twitter. that was when I knew. I knew then. I was like, it's over. I said, wrestling's never going to be hot again. He's like, because he didn't even do anything bad. Like Shawn Michaels put the Canadian flag up his nose and nobody gave a fuck. And Big Show pushed about
this flag. But that's Canada. Nobody cares about Canada.
I watched that shit. What this dude was really digging his nose with the Canadian flag.
Yeah, but no one cares. It was Canada.
Yeah,
blame Canada.
Fucking with America. Shit.
But what was your favorite Ahmed Johnson moment?
When he ended Raw.
My favorite is the King of the Ring, where he bolted open the door and those two guards fell down. That's my favorite one.
I was about to say when Goldust gave him mouth to mouth and he just snapped.
Yeah, because that wasn't even planned. That wasn't even planned.
Yeah, that's like that was crazy right there.
Yeah, man, Goldust was crazy. He was wild. I remember specifically him having a match with Piper at Mania 12.
Goldust would have been a great champion because I think he could have beat Brett. He would have been the one. He would have been a great champion.
I remember Piper took off his clothes and he was like in a thong, and some of the crowd was chanting. Yeah, some of the crowd was chanting the F word at him. I ain't gonna say it, but I remember that vividly. I was like 7 or 8. They were chanting the F word at him.
Yeah, but you know what? Him and Bret Hart, that would have been a great time for Goldust to be champion.
Finally, get to do what you thought about for 6 months while you laid in bed. At the Royal Rumble, Ahmed, you will finally get your hands.
A simple question with a simple answer.
All fair use, WWE, F, whatever. Matter of fact, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Y'all ain't WWF no more.
Fuck y'all.
He couldn't talk worth a damn.
Yo, his whole face moves when he talks.
Did he just say Allah?
Yo, wait, Sandman. Hold up, pause it. Tell me that Ahmed Johnson does not look like an extra from Another Professor with Eddie Murphy. He was like an extra in the background of the movie. He was like a bouncer from the club.
You know they had no. You know we didn't have no fashion in those days. Come on.
Oh man, I remember.
Yeah, it looks like somebody shit in his
wearing
bag.
that same leather with a pair of spandex.
Shit. Mo, what? It's like a bad episode of Sesame Street. Read along, kids. Buff Muff Goblin. One more ding.
Yo, they wrong. They dead wrong for that.
Yeah, man, I always spend on Ahmed. He was over, man. He was over. 95.
Yeah,
96.
definitely.
He had a. Once you get on Vince's bad side, you can't get out.
He had a cool theme song, and his finishing move I was like Pearl River Plunge.
Pearl River Plunge, that Pearl River.
I love that move.
That shit was.
What happened was he was the first wrestler to me where like he just kept getting hurt, and then by the time he came back, you had Rock, you had Austin, you had Triple H, and you had Kane. There was just so many more interesting acts, and he just got lost. So,
but you know, the injuries also has something to do with conditioning. His conditioning wasn't good.
That too. It was both. You know,
he always had those. He always had those nasal strips too on his nose. Those nasal strips.
Yep, he did. I remember that.
I ain't gonna lie. Ahmed looked like he smoked a pack of Newports after the match.
Just take. I'm so sick of Yoko. Jumping me, jumping you. Come to our place.
He was like a dead-ass a Black Ultimate Warrior.
That dude sound like a drunk walrus.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll listen to an Ahmed promo before I listen to a Jinder Mahal promo.
Oh, jeez.
Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal was pretty good.
Cut his mic off.
Go watch the Shinsuke Nakamura feud. It was pretty good.
Nah.
Cut his mic off. He just mentioned shitty Nakamura.
Come on now.
What?
Snugs.
I've never seen the hype of Shinsuke.
Bro, the highlight of the Nakamura Jinder feud was Jinder calling Nakamura Tito, and the crowd didn't even react because they didn't get the reference.
Also real shit. Like, I'm glad that Jinder Mahal won that match. I didn't want Nakamura to win that match. Nakamura shouldn't even have been there in the first place. It was way too soon. It was way too soon.
Him and Asuka had no business being pushed like that. Just for them to screw her out of the match with Charlotte.
Asuka is something different. When it comes to Asuka, that's different.
I don't think you make Asuka win the Royal Rumble just to tap out to Charlotte. That was disrespectful.
You know why they did all that, right? Well, it doesn't matter now. It's a moot point.
Yeah, because that was Triple H's homegrown.
No, they were doing that to counter New Japan. That's why they did all that.
Man, New Japan wasn't making no noise.
Yes, they were. That was the beginning of the U.S. expansion, bro. That's how all this shit started. That's how we're at right now. That was right around the Kenny Okada match. Dave gave it 6 stars.
Yeah,
remember?
His contract was expired. Asuka look strong if that's the case?
No, they did. No, what I'm saying was they had Asuka and Nakamura win because they were trying to cater to the Japanese crowd. They were trying to get more business over there, you know. It was the talk of the town. Remember, that was after AJ. That was a year after AJ debuted. Yeah. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, Kenny's gonna be in the Royal Rumble! Oh my God, we're gonna get Okada and Naito."
Worrying time because they're both Japanese, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to do. They started doing live events. Remember, they even did the little live event. Remember, they even did the.
Don't you think it would have been better? Don't you think it would have been better if Asuka would have made Charlotte tap out instead of Charlotte making her tap out?
Hell yeah,
that's not how WWE. That's not how WWE operates, bro. How they operate?
Yeah.
How they operate is they want to get you to pay your money, and then once they got you, that's all they care. It's the Dave Chappelle joke. Gotcha, bitch. That's what they care about. They're trying to get your money. Right. They don't care about the outcome.
I had no problem with Charlotte winning.
They did it this year. They did it this year with Roman and Brock. You know, they kept doing Roman and Brock over and over and over.
Because there's nobody else. Who's going to fight Roman?
And then they did it at Mania. It's like, okay, title unification. We're going to get something different. We're going to get a double turn. Brock's going to win. It'll be over. Roman's going to do something different. Nope. Spear. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha, bitch. That's how they are.
You do know if they didn't let Brock win the title, they was going to let Omos beat Lashley for the title.
Oh, God.
That wasn't going to happen.
So just be happy that they
don't
did
believe
that.
I definitely don't believe that.
They definitely had a talk about that.
Because if that was the case, they was better off putting the title on Zeus back in the day.
Yeah.
Zeus is the shit.
There we go.
Oh, you mean Debo?
If Omos fucking won the title, I would have dumped gasoline like the guy in Halloween 3 and blew myself up in a car.
Hey, R,
I don't think Omos would have won.
When we're gonna have a topic about female wrestlers that if you had an opportunity to be with, that should be a good one because I got some good lists right there.
Shit, you know when we definitely gonna do it. We might do that like on a Valentine's Day or something. And I want some females to pull up too. Let's build towards that.
Next year's build.
I don't
know.
You know what I mean?
Females get on there, they're going to say they want them some of Randy Orton. I'm just, you ready for that?
Yo, look, B. Hey, look, I'm running a potential business here. You gotta let everybody have their opinion. Everybody gotta have their opinion. If you don't want to hear it, you don't want to hear it. Like,
no, I just think it'll be funny.
You don't want females to state their opinion on the panel?
No, I said I think it'll be funny. I didn't say I
just had an image of Randy Orton, Arcano, his wife in bed. I don't know. I just had a picture.
Or Stacy Keibler.
You know what?
Hi,
I was too
I'm
young.
Randy Orton.
I guess it fits the narrative. You know, we could definitely we could always talk about badass bitches in AEW.
I got one for you, R. You think either Booker T or Stevie Ray was smashing Sensational Sherry?
No.
Yeah.
We actually asked them that too. I asked Stevie Ray that.
Well, wasn't Booker T with Queen Sharmell back then?
He wasn't married yet. He wasn't married.
Hold on. I asked them that myself when on Off the Cuff Radio, and because we had Stevie Ray on there, and he said no. I asked him that myself. He said no.
I can to vouch for Sam, and I can confirm also no, because Booker T was a regular down here. Sherry was basically like a mother to them because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So
I would have
asked Sherry, by the way. Sherry's very underrated.
I would have made a move on Sherry if I was Booker. I'm just saying.
But you know what's cool though? You know what's cool about Sherry? What's cool about Sherry was she wasn't black, but nobody questioned it. That's how badass she was.
She was Puerto Rican.
Yep.
I would have asked Stevie Ray, what the fuck were you thinking having a gun and pulling on Vader almost? You wanted to kill him.
I mean, look at the size of him.
Dude, that's crazy.
No, y'all want to see something funny? Pull up Vader's old WCW promos.
Which one?
A lot of them. There's one with him and Ric Flair. It's the funniest shit in the world.
Oh, the best one's the limo one before Starrcade '93.
I just want to make sure WWE ain't mad at me by now. Playing.
Oh, fuck WWE.
Johnson.
How
dare you?
We were just showing an advertisement for Hooked on Phonics, okay? God, jeez.
I think Vince. I don't think Vince would get mad if you brought back his old days of wrestling.
Oh.
Because I'm telling you, Vince got Vince got a lot of what ifs he should have done, and one of them is Goldust.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, speaking of what ifs,
what if?
I'm not gonna be. Of course, I'm not gonna be able to make it to the show, my dude. I'm gonna be at AEW tomorrow. Do you have any topics with what if?
I don't know. I was just thinking about what if Vince McMahon, what if that female referee bit Vince's dick off in that limo? Fucking
Yo, can we talk about how crazy ruthless aggression Vince was? This dude literally got paid to hire girls and make out with them. That was his job.
Yeah.
That was his job.
How is this dude never got divorced? I mean, Linda, wow.
Because he's a billionaire.
Know where that money was coming from. That's why.
Yeah. When you get that, when you make that much money, the wives will turn a blind eye. You trust me. She probably had a mistress in politics.
Oh, geez. You just triggered me. You said blind eye. I'm thinking of Bret Hart's promo. I got that girl on soon. He's got a blind eye.
And you're right, though. Who knows? Linda probably was fucking with a young girl. Linda's the type. She's the type. She don't like cock.
Yeah, there was like a 2-3 year period where like literally his job was just making out with chicks like Trish, Sable, Candice Michelle. He went to like a whole roster. Stacy Keibler, you know, and Vince was still. And Vince was like,
McMahon.
He was like middle aged.
He was like, come here, 40. Daddy's little girl.
That's Macho Man right there. Ooh, yeah. Macho Man had Stephanie.
Oh, jeez.
Where my dude Malik at? That's
come on, that. There has to be no other reason why he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Man,
I wonder on Stephanie's like deathbed, she'd be like, Triple H, I had sex with Macho Man.
He's not in the Hall of Fame because he told Vince he didn't want to be in the Hall of Fame. But they ended up putting him in.
Yeah, they put him in after he died.
I'm saying like during the time he was alive, he told Vince he didn't want it. He told him to keep his 2 pieces of silver, whatever the that quote was.
2 pieces of gold or silver.
Yeah. Yo, hold on. Side note. Excuse me real quick, y'all. I just want to ask Snugs real quick. Yo, Streets of Rage after this live? What's up?
Oh, I'm all for it. I was gonna play some Bro Force. Guess what? You know how you was upset about they made a blade out of Bro? They call him Braid. Well, they made Ellen Ripley into the game too. They have Ellen Ripley in here. They have Keanu Reeves as a Bro in here.
Get out of here.
This game is. Do they have?
I do want to buy Bro Force too. I do want to buy that.
Get it? It's cheap, and I think it's on sale.
Hey, I got one big if for y'all.
Well, yeah, like hold on. So, what's up? Streets of Rage after this?
Yeah. They got a new version of Streets of Rage. Wasn't that like an old Nintendo game or something?
Yes, Part 3. It's for the PS4.
Nice. Oh, cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Remember River City Ransom for Nintendo? That game I used to love that game. River City Ransom.
Oh,
is the game free?
Took it back. River City Ransom.
That game was good. I looked it up. I wanted to buy it for my friend on eBay. The fucking games are going for like $70 and above. I'm like, holy shit.
Is that game on PlayStation now?
Call of Duty Ghost is still not. You know that Call of Duty Ghost is still $100.
First of all, first of all, my dude, like I got the Nintendo with all the games, all of them, even the hack games, and that shit is nowhere near $70.
Oh, like what? Emulator or something for a computer, or you got an actual system?
Emulator, yeah. It's
emulator, yeah. I could do an emulator, yeah.
What's the name of
it? Basically, how physical prices work is the less copies, the more expensive.
Yeah.
So if you got a game,
well, what about Call of Duty Ghosts?
Pardon?
Call of Duty Ghosts is still $100. Call of Duty Ghosts is still $100.
I think like fucking.
That's that you get the actual the physical copy in the case. That's probably why it may cost that much. You get
like
$100 for a game that server doesn't even
like as an example. This is a different kind of game. Like y'all heard of Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Right. I got Final Fantasy X in my hand right now. Final Fantasy X is the only Final Fantasy game. Every single generation, there's a port of it. There's a port of it on it came out on PS2. There's a port on PS3. There's a port on PS4. There's a port on PS5. There's a port on Nintendo Switch. You can even play it on PC. So because it's so easy to play, it's dog shit cheap. You can find it online for like $10, $15, whatever. But then I also got Final Fantasy IV. Final Fantasy IV, they only made 2 versions. The one that came out on Super Nintendo and the one that came out, I think they made like a Game Boy Advance version. Game Boy Advance version is like $50. So
What?
that's how physical copies work. So like if they don't make a remaster of it, it's more expensive because
I guess because it's rare.
Well,
yeah,
they did say the first Mario issue was sold for $1 million.
Right.
Yo, Nate, I'm gonna find you some better deals because I don't know where you looking. And
that's why I said all gamers.
You don't got Final Fantasy VII for the PS4?
No, I got the original though.
Oh man, you gotta.
I got both.
That one is more live action.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy VII for the PS4 is more live action. They got the turn based, but they also got the live action based.
Oh, so it's like
especially when you get to when you get to the corporation, it gets crazy.
Yeah,
that
baby.
Really live.
The graphics is. You don't know about? Oh, I'm gonna send it to you, Tob. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna show you the trailer.
Oh, it's on point,
bro.
Tifa's titties are bigger.
that's shorty with the napkin as a skirt, right?
Yeah, with the knuckles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh girl. If you notice, Sheeta always cosplays as her in her matches. I like Sheeta. Sheeta's cool.
Yo, and you know when like if you summon Ifrit or like other materials and shit, they walk around with you tearing shit up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, only thing I don't like about the summons is you gotta get your ass kicked before you can summon them.
But that's how it is in Final Fantasy.
No, on Final Fantasy VII, you could just straight summon your guys off the top. And
well, you gotta have that right. You gotta have the right bangle and the right material.
No, I'm talking about when you got the summon. As soon as the fight began, you was able to summon somebody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how you have your That's how you have it set.
With this one, you got to get your ass kicked for a couple of 15 minutes, and then you can do it. I'm like, oh gosh, man, I wanted to jump straight off the rip and tear them up. Could you imagine you into a tense fight and you waiting for the Knights of the Round to finally kick in?
That's Knights of the Round. Like you can't just. I'm about to mute this dude, Mike. You can't just summon Knights of the Round table just like that. Or the
yes, you can. Yeah, once you grade, yeah, you can summon anybody. There was no limit. Play Final Fantasy VII original copy.
I got both of them. What are you talking about? You can't just summon Knights of the Round Table over one turn.
Yes,
you gotta build towards that.
No, I'm talking about you have to earn him, but I'm just saying.
Hey, can you get Broforce?
Mute this dude, Mike. What this dude Scott talking about, man?
Hey.
Can you get Broforce?
Anyways,
get Broforce.
Hold on, before we get up out of here, all jokes aside, it's episode 30, and I'm glad you motherfuckers was on the journey with me, man. This is awesome, and we also gained, a new friend, my dude Scott. He on a journey with us. So hopefully he's gonna continue on this journey for another 30 episodes, and we gain more more people to chop it up with. We have Vanessa in the comment section. This is awesome. I'm just loving how we building, and we're respectful. We crack our jokes, and we having fun. I really appreciate this. What's your thoughts being on the 30 episodes in?
Oh, this is dope. I have this, and I have one more question just for something for y'all to think of when y'all get off the air. What if Brian Pillman never died?
He would have had a great feud with Austin, and they probably could have teamed too.
I think Brian Pillman would have been headlining WrestleMania as the WWF champion.
Hell no.
No, think about it. Brian Pillman and that incident at the home, that was as edgy as it could have got.
I think eventually the injuries caught up to him. That's what I
if
think.
Brian Pillman never died, he would not have stayed in WWF. He would have left because of the screw job. Because Brian was the Hart guy. The Hart family trained Brian. If Brian was there, he would have dipped with Davey Boy, Anvil,
and then he would have got kicked in the head by Goldberg.
And he would have gone to he would have gone to WCW, and then he would have been in WCW for a bit. Probably would have reformed the Horsemen, so it would have been Mongo, Benoit, Pillman, Flair, because the Jarrett shit wasn't working.
Bret Hart.
And then he would have probably just gone back and forth between WCW and ECW, but because of his injuries, he would have had probably more of a character manager announcer role. But in a perfect world, if Pillman was alive and the screw job didn't happen, yeah, you would have got Austin Pillman. Maybe not at Mania, maybe like at Backlash or something.
Nah, I think that would have been Mania.
No, it wouldn't have been Mania, bro. In a perfect world, if the screw job didn't happen, you would have had Austin and Brett at Mania. Because Austin never beat Brett. He never beat him, not once. And Brett would have put him over. He wouldn't have cared.
Pillman and Austin.
He got his ass whooped by Austin in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Probably SummerSlam. That would have been a good fight. Austin and Pillman. That'd be a good show.
I think we would have had. I don't think we would have had Austin and The Rock if Pillman was alive.
We should have. What if we got Austin?
No, fuck that. You know what? I think the fans are so fickle that if Pillman and Stone Cold would have wrestled in WrestleMania that year, they wouldn't have been satisfied because this dude.
It would not have been a Mania.
Mm-hmm. Why you say that?
Because Pillman wasn't a big enough name. He just wasn't.
Hold on. Even if
Pillman had a cult following.
Be that as it may, right? Remember, he pulled out a gun on Stone Cold. You know, motherfuckers would have been like, "Oh, this is some bullshit." Because how can you top pulling out a gun on somebody? There's no way you could have topped that.
I think
Pillman was over.
I think they would have had a feud. And again, this is assuming the screw job never happened. They would have had a feud post Mania. Remember, everybody forgets after Mania when Austin won the belt. Remember, his first feud was against Dude Love. People forget that. Remember, he had a little mini feud with Dude Love for a bit. He would have been like the post feud after Mania. Like, you know, what were those reviews called? Fully Loaded. They were still doing In Your House back then. You know, what was it? Ground.
Throwaway pay-per-views,
Yeah. Fully Loaded, Breaking Ground, or Ground Zero. That's what it was called. Ground Zero.
Ground Zero, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, they had cooler names back then. Armageddon.
Ground Zero was pretty bad.
Actually, Armageddon wasn't a throwaway pay-per-view. Armageddon actually,
Armageddon was awesome.
It was actually a reset once upon a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Armageddon gave us Batista and Triple H Hell in a Cell.
Right. Well, there you go. Well,
Armageddon gave us the beginning of the Triple H faction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
But yeah, Austin and Pillman would have been like post. That would have been like spring going into SummerSlam. They would not have main evented a Mania or a SummerSlam. They just weren't. Well, Pillman wasn't. But I love Pillman, so
I love these pay-per-view names. Fully Loaded. Vince probably be like, "Drain testicles, yeah, on pay-per-view."
But hold on, before we get up out of here, y'all still didn't say who y'all think is gonna win the Battle Royal tomorrow.
Oh, we don't know who's in it.
I think it's gonna be an MJF fuck show. I'm gonna go with Chris.
Just pick anybody. Just pick anybody.
Oh, okay.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
I'm gonna pick MJF.
If they really want to go with the hot guy, it's Wardlow, because he's keep his momentum, but he's gonna lose the match.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That's my two top. Man, I got 3 picks because I got them two, Wardlow and MJF, and I got a wild card or a dark horse, so to speak.
Yeah, I can see Wardlow getting fucked over by MJF. He comes in, or some shit.
Yeah. I just the other thing I gotta say is whoever wins, I just think that fans need to remember this is chess, not checkers. So regardless of who wins, the winner has to fight Mox. Mox is protected. He rarely ever loses. And then even if the person beats Mox, the person was going to have to fight New Japan guy, and they're not just gonna let anybody.
They fight the same night. Whoever wins the battle royal, they fight the same night against Mox.
So, right.
Yeah,
Whoever wins,
I can't wait.
Right,
Really?
whoever wins fights Mox in the main event,
fun.
and then whoever wins that match faces either Goto or Tanahashi, probably Tanahashi. So whoever wins has to, so
they
people
fight
need to keep
who?
that in mind.
Goto or Tanahashi.
Right, there's gonna Goto. Yeah, Dominion is this coming weekend. That's the New Japan show. Tanahashi's fighting Goto. The winner of that match fights the winner of whoever wins the Battle Royale versus whoever beats Mox or whatever. So,
what the fuck kind of name is Goto? Sounds like a creature from Godzilla. It's like one of those.
Well, his full name.
That's where they get it from.
His full name.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, his full name is Hiroti Goto. I just call him Goto for short.
See, I'm really not trying to be funny at all. I'm really not. These dudes in AEW got to figure out a way to include them in the television programming. Not all of us know who these dudes are. Like, I know about
Tanahashi showed up, bro.
Well, all he did was, he came out, he said what's up to the crowd and stuff. Cool. And what's the Rainmaker name?
Okada, yeah.
Only know those two dudes. And maybe that does this dude still a Bullet Club hunter? Was it Yoshitatsu, whatever?
What, Jay White?
No, the Bullet Club hunter.
Oh, then that's over. That's been done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, now you see what I'm talking about. Like
Yoshitatsu, that was like years ago, bro. That was
They are. Don't be surprised if you get a special guest appearance by somebody. I wouldn't be surprised if a certain purple rain individual pops up at AEW.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I won't be surprised if Velveteen Dream shows up eventually.
Where's the Fiend? I thought the Fiend was coming back. He didn't come back at all.
I'm telling you,
he might be negotiating with WWE.
It's a company
again.
waiting they waiting for that heat to die down. Don't be surprised, and I'm glad you brought that up, Scott. Don't be surprised.
I'm going to take the heat.
Don't be surprised if he shows up, because motherfuckers, a lot of motherfuckers, they forget about a lot of shit.
I'm going to take the heat. This is my opinion, not the opinion of the console. I'm sorry, man. I never liked Bray Wyatt. Fuck him. He's overrated.
I mean, he's not a great wrestler.
Bray Wyatt is corny.
He's not a great wrestler, but he's creative.
He's corny. He's corny as fuck, and I think he's got a great mind for visuals. I think he's got a great horror aspect. I think he'd be a great producer. I think he'd be a great actor. I think he'd be a great director. I even think he'd be a great booker. But a wrestler, I don't give a fuck.
Just look him as Husky Harris, and there you go.
He's a great wrestler.
Yeah, I agree. He's not really a wrestler like that. But when it comes to his vision is great.
Well, I hate to say, I think how this battle royal is going to happen is my dark horse is Powerhouse Hobbs.
This is a good dark horse.
My pick that's going to piss. The one pick that's going to piss me off the most, which is the most logical, they're going to give it to Adam Cole.
Oh, jeez.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Me, as an Adam Cole guy, I'll be mad myself. I'll be like, come on. I will spaz the fuck out over there. And I will record myself spazzing out if he wins that shit. And I'll fuck with Adam Cole, but he doesn't deserve that. He already got his glory.
Yeah. If Adam Cole wins and then he beats
him. He's not done. Go ahead, Scott.
I gotta pick one more.
You put the workhorse. Oh yeah, okay, you did, yeah.
The dark horse is Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah, and you picked
the one that pissed me off is Adam Cole, and the one that I want the most is Eddie Kingston, because they can build that hatred between Eddie Kingston and CM Punk.
There you go. Nate, you up next?
Oh, like I said, I think Wardlow or MJF's gonna fuck that up, or Darby is like a outside chance. That's my three. I'll go with something like that. I just got a funny feeling MJF's gonna somehow fucking win some shit. He's gonna do something.
Well, they did raise his pay to like 1.5 million, which I found out.
Did you see that his pipe bomb? They lost 116,000 fucking viewers. So there goes his demo.
Yeah, because they don't. Those are the AEW fans that don't want him to go to the WWE.
No, yeah. that's those fans that wasted their money going to that meet and greet.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They lost like $10,000 from that. Yeah, I love those bootleg T-shirts that were coming out right after "Fire Me, fucking Mark." I love that.
Yeah, like I guess he figured he could double that money. Like, nah, B. It's a different time of day nowadays. Like, you know what I mean? When it comes, we all go to work. We all gotta bust our ass. The fuck you think you is, my dude?
Oh yeah, and like, the way that they
saving money to come see you, and you wanna sit there. Check this out, right?
And you know they paying like $400 just to see them.
Hold on. This is why that shit happened. How dare you, right? You know what I'm saying? You want to sit there and not show up for the meet and greet, right?
And that was Tony Khan's
point. And then you showed up. You did the job to this dude, Wardlow. You did the job to Wardlow. Cool. Got power bomb like 20 times. But then after that, you want to just show up the very next Wednesday, like nothing ever happened to you, and insult our intelligence,
and insult the fans.
The pipe bomb was good. Pause. It was good. But at the same token, it's like, yo, my dude, you might as well have just left and never came back for a couple of months. You could have did that. It would have been a little better. Like,
yeah,
he should have took some time off. A fucking ass.
He should have took some time off and like interrupted a match or something like 3-4 weeks later, and then fucking did a fight bomb. To close the show too, like fuck over the main event or something.
Right.
Well, that's what happens when you have a Mark as the owner of AEW.
Oh man,
it's some real shit. Like, cause it's like, okay, now you know what I mean. When it comes to Wardlow, did he really decimate MJF? How could he decimate MJF if MJF just came back, 3 days later?
Yeah, he didn't even like sell the injury. No neck brace, no nothing, you know?
No nothing. He just said, like, I'm hurt right now, but I'm talking as Maxwell Friedman. Like, what? Come on. I think that's what they got to think about. The fans that intelligence got insulted. You gotta think about that shit.
Well, if you like Young Bucks, we can give you this.
Like I said from before, remember like it was a couple episodes before, he did not even have to be booked for that meet and greet in the first place. Why the fuck you booking MJF for a meet and greet? That's stupid.
To get their money. We want some money.
They book him. It's dumb. The reason they book him is because, like, you know, he always is in character. So when you meet him at the meet and greets, it's basically like a roast, really. So it's like you ask for his autograph, and you're basically paying him to roast you. Like, you can see different YouTube videos. I think it's weird. It's like, if I want to go to a roast, I'll just pay for a comedy show. But hey, wrestling fans are going to spend their money, so I'm not going to try to figure out the logic.
Be that SMA, right? Be that SMA. We all know this shit is a work now. The cat is out the bag. We all know this is all a work. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it look crazy. That's what makes it look crazy, because if this was a work, you would have it at the meeting.
Yeah. The moment he showed up on TV, they were like, "Oh hell no, you motherfucker!"
Well, they did take him off the website for the roster,
but he's still signed under contract. You 10-year-old child.
Yeah,
and then they gave him. And they took him off the promo things.
They gave him $1 million. They gave him $1 million.
Let me go over this one last time.
I'm not throwing shots at Snubs, But come on, Snugs. Come on, my dude.
Let me go over this one last
and
time.
they gave him
before we
creative
go.
control.
All right, let me go over this one last time before we go. Okay, he legitimately no-showed the fan thing. That was real. He did purchase a plane ticket, but he did not get on it. That was real. He does have legitimate heat with Tony because of his pay. That is real. And he
Which
does
they
have
fixed.
heat in the locker room because the promo that he cut, you know, the best part of his promo was when he was like, you know, I don't do all this stuff. I don't drop people on their heads. It's because I'm better trained. You know, it's because I'm not going for 5-star stuff. So every criticism you can give AEW and the Flippy Wrestling, he really does feel that way. And, you know, where he was like, I'm the only one that makes you feel shit, and I don't have to do all of the bullshit to get you there. Those are his real, actual opinions. So that part of the promo, that wasn't a shoot. That's how he really feels. And so because of that,
he threw shots at Moxley. He threw shots
right.
at Eddie Kingston. He threw shots at Keith Lee.
Right. So,
he threw shots at a lot of people, and he really threw shots at Adam Cole. And
yeah, that part is real. So as far as is it a work or is it not a work, the fact that he's on TV, yes, it's a work. The thing that we're trying to figure out is it because the only situation I can really compare it to is Brian Pillman. Is it a work where like only MJF and Tony are in on it and no one else is? Because that's what it's looking like right now. It's looking like it's like a private thing between him and TK, and nobody else knows what else is going on because they've done a great job. Because commentary, they didn't say anything during MJF's whole promo. They didn't say a single word. They removed him, you know, as Ned already mentioned. They removed him from all their PR, their trucks and stuff. They removed them from the trucks. Warner Brothers and Discovery, they did a little tweet. Yes. Pardon?
Well, I was going to say, they didn't say anything during CM Punk's pipe bomb or during Joey Styles' pipe bomb.
Right. You're not supposed to say anything to make it right. You're not supposed to say anything.
And I ain't gonna lie, that's what they fucked up with. Like, you bring up a good point, Snugs. Like, what should have made this more authentic is if, you know, have some people run down to the ring and try to stop them and all that, and have MJF, you know, like mush them or push them out the way and make it look more authentic, because it's pretty obvious he was trying to have another pipe bomb moment to you know, rival CM Punk's. So he should have basically put more of a spin on it, so to speak.
They need to do going forward.
Hold on. Let's watch this real quick. Let's watch the promo real quick, because we never get tired of this.
It'd be funny as hell if AEW takes you down instead of WWE.
You know what's all fair,
what's up with the speed?
So they don't get trademark strike. Speed it up.
You know what's all fair use?
I am in a lot of pain right now after what happened on Sunday.
And that's it. He just left it like that. And then he just went on to his pipe bomb. And I'm not going to lie, in a way, that downplayed what Wardlow did.
But all you people want to do is hear me talk, right?
Well, in a sense, he is pissed off.
But he actually respects Wardlow, so he wasn't going to shit on him.
You've been trying to sit down with me to hash things out for quite some time now, haven't you?
At least he didn't come out there with a smile, even though he got his ass whooped the night before.
You know what MJF needs to do? He needs to buy tickets to Raw and SmackDown and sit behind the announce booth, right there. Solid.
But he said he loves WWE though.
I know he should go to the show Raw and SmackDown, sit behind the announcers.
He should do a Rick Rude and just be on AEW on Wednesday and then just go
same night.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that would be awesome though if he was to pull a Rick Rude. But where would he go?
SmackDown.
Where would y'all have him go in WWE?
If I'm like
on WWE Raw.
No,
what I would do.
It has to be Raw because it has to be live.
If I was,
we all know
SmackDown
is taped.
If I was
not
TK,
really.
if I was TK, if I want to add max realism to it, first of all, the scarf has to go. He needs to show up more in street clothes. Take away his theme music, and instead of showing up on AEW, he needs to show up everywhere else. Impact, MLW, New Japan Strong, AAA. Show up other places. You know,
I'll say have him start doing indie shows and shit. Yeah, start doing indie shows.
That's what WWE should have did with Punk. But if you remember, they just brought him back in a week.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly. Yo,
they fucked it up.
Exactly.
They fucked it up, man. They fucked it up.
Look, on the Boondock Saints.
Everybody was handed a ticket except for me. See, I had to write my own. And boy, do I have good penmanship. Because I read moment after moment after moment.
It sounds funny when it's sped up. I have all tickets. Nobody's in it for me.
Everything I touch.
Yeah, like
there is nothing I can't do.
You just drink like 8 cappuccinos or fucking espressos.
He said nothing he can do. How nothing you can't do? You can't get a shape up. That's the only thing you can get.
They like them high end tights.
I know. This is a joke. He got the Egon Strangler.
That part where he said, "I don't got to do all that other bullshit to get you." That was definitely a jab at Adam Cole. I'm just saying.
That was a jab at Adam Cole and the Young Bucks.
Well, Adam Cole, you know, he can't hang with Adam Cole.
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
Adam Cole.
No, he can't.
Adam Cole can't do nothing but super kicks, bro, and moves.
Adam Cole is a fucking HBK on Wish. That's all he is.
Pretty much.
Yo, I'm telling you, I can't wait. What's this episode 30? This episode 30. Mark this episode. Y'all said Adam Cole can't hang with MJF. Please remember this episode.
No, think about it.
He's not a good wrestler.
Okay, please remember.
I disagree. I believe he can.
I've said he sucked for years. I already went over him the other week. He's a spot guy. That's all he does.
I'm telling you, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong was the MVP.
Yep.
I want to see Adam Cole beat Moxley and they have sex in the ring, fucking the dentist and Cole. Yeah.
We're like the fuck out of here. Like,
that's a we gotta go moment right there.
Leave on Adam Cole. Adam Cole is a storyteller too.
No, he's
a storyteller too, and he can go in the ring.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Oh my goodness, are you serious?
Undisputed Era was storytelling.
Look,
if you like him, more power to you.
Him putting together the Undisputed Era wasn't storytelling?
No, it was not.
No, it wasn't. They just had great chemistry. Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly.
Adam Cole reminds me of that car salesman that fucking with that sneaky smile that sells you shit.
Bro, I unlocked the Universal Soldier, but in this game it's Broniversal Soldier.
I'm about to sick Snuggles. Yo, Snugs. Yo, talk to these dudes real quick, man.
Yeah, Adam Cole is a great storyteller, and he can hang with MJF all day.
Oh my God. Stop.
What'd you get? Free dental work from Britt Baker? What the hell are you talking about?
They got Time Cop in here too.
Come on now. When they did the War Games, Adam Cole didn't carry that match. It was Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong.
Look.
And done.
They got Machete in here too.
What about the rivalry between him and Velveteen Dream? What about the rivalry between him and
Gargano and Ricochet?
Gargano sucked. That was the prime example of how bad they both are. They both don't tell stories.
Don't
give me oh my God. He hit a destroyer off the top of the cage.
Come on, yo.
He hit a destroyer off the top of the cage and they kicked out. There was no storytelling in any of their matches at all.
The only storytelling was Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano.
Yes, exactly.
What about Gargano showing up tomorrow night? That'd be interesting.
Their matches, the matches that Cole had with Gargano were nothing
done. I think he wants to be a family man.
I won't be surprised if Gargano show up tomorrow. I won't be surprised.
He sucks too. Gargano sucks too. I hate him. He sucks too. He's exactly what MJF is talking about. All of them.
Wait a minute.
MJF, Balor.
Wait.
Gargano,
You didn't like Gargano?
Darby.
You didn't like Gargano versus Andrade?
No, that's exactly what MJF was talking about. It's just a bunch of kickouts. There is no story. There's no storytelling. There's no psychology. It's just boom, 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 boom,
Wait,
boom,
wait,
boom,
wait.
boom.
You telling me Andrade couldn't tell stories?
Now, come on now.
I said Andrade and Gargano. That's what I said. Andrade and Gargano.
Yo, look, let's really be fucking real. Let's really be fucking real. Now you want to go there? Let's go there. This
Go
dude,
ahead.
he only had 2 good stories in his whole career, MJF, and he's feeling himself. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But
Wait a minute, you didn't like him and Darby Allin?
This dude was coming out with story after story after story with every single feud he was in. The fuck out of here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
MJF only had 2 good stories.
All I know is every MJF match I've seen is a professional wrestling match. It's not a spot fest like everything Adam Cole does. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, the fuck out of here. Be like,
please give me an Adam Cole match with storytelling. Give me an Adam Cole match where he's working.
Well, Ricochet. What about that? What about that ladder match? What about that ladder match
where he's cutting a promo and he's not mad all the time? Because you're not gonna find one.
It's story time. I'm Cole, baby.
I'm sorry. Adam Cole was a product of Shawn Michaels and his supporting cast.
Yeah,
Adam Cole is an indie wrestler that never got the memo on how to change it up. Certain wrestlers in the indies went to WWE and they got the memo. Okay, I got to change. AJ changed.
Why
Kevin
would you
Owens
change it up
changed.
if you over as fuck? Yo, babe.
Exactly, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. He never got the memo.
Over this dude was over Adam Cole. Like, come on, B.
Adam Cole's over because he has a cool theme song.
Why would you change it up if you over as fuck?
It's just smoke and mirrors, Sam, man. It's the same shit. Ring of Honor, NXT, AEW. It's the same shit. He
wrestles the same style, man.
I keep it real with you.
Adam
Cole was the weakest leader. Adam Cole was the weakest leader of the Bullet Club.
He was never a leader of the Bullet Club.
The Miz is a same guy kind of thing. That's the same kind of match.
The Miz can play different roles, though.
Yeah, the Miz can cut good promos and shit.
Miz can be a face. He can be a heel. He can be comedy. He can be different things. Cole can.
What about the promo between Adam Cole and Ciampa?
Miz would be a perfect manager. Eventually.
Oh yeah.
What about when Adam Cole fought Ciampa? That was good storytelling.
Exactly.
All I know is if you've been watching him since Ring of Honor, you will see that he's made no changes.
No, we're not gonna do that.
No,
we're not gonna do that.
We will do that, bro.
Not on this channel.
You clearly didn't watch him in Ring of Honor. If you didn't watch him in Ring of Honor, you would see he's the same guy, bro.
Wasn't a good fucking story.
All you're talking about is his NXT stuff. You're not talking about any of his Ring of Honor stuff. He's been the same guy.
Adam Cole's title run in NXT was not that memorable.
Wasn't a good story.
Gargano and Cole wasn't a good story. That's what
Undisputed Era was the story, not Adam Cole. It was Kyle O'Reilly. It was Bobby Fish. You always wonder what goofy shit they was gonna do.
That's Cole in a nutshell. In Ring of Honor, it was the Kingdom. And NXT is Undisputed Era. And AEW is Super Elite.
Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, their comedy gimmick was entertaining. Roderick Strong was the workhorse. Adam Cole was just sitting back like, okay, I know I got 3 guys that's gonna cover my ass.
That's why Triple H liked him, because he's basically mini Triple H. That's why Triple H pushed him so hard, because that's literally how Triple H got over.
Yeah, like he did.
Because when Triple H was at his peak, he didn't do shit. It was Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws. They were the ones to crowd like.
And then it was Batista and Randy Orton.
What do you mean?
Come on, don't do that.
No.
I'm telling you the truth.
Triple H was the heat magnet.
Adam Cole deserves better than what Sophie's
doing. Let's really be real. If Triple H wasn't there, the fact she wouldn't have been a goddamn thing.
New Age Outlaws were already over without Triple H, bro. The Outlaws were already over. They were tag team champions.
I don't know if Triple H was more of a heat magnet because he was paired. He feuded with greats. He had Mick Foley. That was perfect. Then he was feuding with Shawn Michaels. That was you couldn't get no better than that. And honestly, it was never really Triple H that drew that story. It was Shawn Michaels.
What?
No, think about it. Shawn
Triple
Michaels
H is a prime example of
No,
if
hold
you
on.
surround yourself.
Hold on. Let's
All
go finish. Let's go finish.
because one thing you will say about Triple H is he did some evil stuff that you wanted to punch his face in, but it wasn't ground taking. When they just kept giving him the title, that's when fans was like, "Yo, I want to whip his ass."
Because he was gonna put everybody over.
All I was going to say about Triple H is
Triple H is known for burying people.
Booker
Triple
T
H
Yeah,
put him
but
is a
he's
over.
also
prime
known for putting
example.
people over.
Let me get this one out. Triple H.
He only
Hold on, wait.
Triple H
Let's
is a
hope.
prime.
He only
Triple
put
H is
over
a
the
prime
people.
example.
Wait, hold on, wait.
All I
Let's
was going
not
to say
talk
is.
over each other. Let's talk. Go ahead, Hope.
All I was going to say is Triple H is a prime example that if you surround yourself by greatness, eventually it rubs off on you.
Yeah.
That's Adam Cole. Because Triple H's whole career, he just surrounded himself by people that were better than him, people that were more over than him, people that had more potential than him. And eventually, after a certain amount of time, it rubbed off on him to the point where he was able to, get a run and be a singles guy. But you have to ask yourself when you go back in a time machine, if you remove any of those integral pieces, none of it happens. Without China, it doesn't happen. Without Michaels, it doesn't happen. Without the Outlaws, it doesn't happen. Adam Cole, same thing. If it wasn't Matt Taven and Mike Bennett and Maria, it was the Undisputed Era. And if it's not the Undisputed Era, it's the Young Bucks, Red Dragon, and Kenny or whoever. Just like Triple H, Adam Cole has surrounded himself with people that are better than him, that are more charismatic than him, that are better wrestlers than him, and it just rubs off over time. That's why Triple H likes him.
This is what I gotta say. Other than Shawn Michaels, who was a better wrestler than Triple H in DX?
A better wrestler?
Yes.
But Triple H was a better wrestler. He was a better wrestler, but he wasn't as over as the Outlaws.
But
he wasn't as over.
But
he wasn't as over as the Outlaws, bro. The Outlaws were more
over. Road Dogg was a good worker. Billy was a good worker.
Billy Gunn was a better wrestler than Triple H.
At first, he wasn't as over as the Outlaws. At first, you know what I mean? When Shawn Michaels was the leader.
Now you're just lying to America.
When Triple H became the leader, Triple H was the leader of DX. Period.
Yeah. I like when the Outlaws threw the dumpster off the stage, man, with Cactus Jack.
There's people in there.
There's people in there. They got a family. Oh, someone out there says, "Oh, they know how to take a fall." It's like,
as a kid, I was like, "Yo, they killed them."
You know the crazy thing about that?
But it was JR that sold that. Oh my God, you son of a bitch!
You know the crazy thing about that? That arena was in Indianapolis. That's where the Shield, where they got turned on. Where who was it? Seth. Yeah, Seth. Same arena. Yeah. That's like 3 or 4 things happen in that arena. It's weird.
Something about Indianapolis, man.
Yeah, something about Indiana.
But anyways, hold on before we continue on, and I'm about to shut it down. We didn't get Snug's opinion on the Battle Royal that's coming tomorrow on Dynamite.
He's thinking about Charlotte.
Hook. Might be Hook that wins it. Something fresh and new, and he's been pretty much like, not losing. But I don't know. I think this is what I really think. I think they should have not made this a Battle Royal. They should have made it a ladder match, because you could have put 6 of the best AEW singles competitors, and you could have put Eddie Kingston, Chris Jericho, Moxley. Who else you want to put in there? You could possibly put MJF if you want, if he's available. You could put Hook. You could put a bunch of people, and it would literally be like you wouldn't know who would come out of that match. But they made it a battle royal, so I don't know how they're going to do it, if they're all going to be in the ring at the same time and then it just hit the bell. Or
I got something for you. What if the battle royal is just a shoot and it's every man for himself? Show me what you can do.
Hey, let's just the opener. You don't got.
I want Danhausen to win. I want Danhausen to win so Moxley can kill him. I can't stand that fucker.
And I think he's the one that debunked Hook's push.
Yeah.
Hey man, you say that, but every time they come out, the fans eat it up. So
they like it. Yeah, I know they like it. It's cool.
You'll be there, man. You'll be there.
I'll be there. You know, I'll see
Taz,
it for myself. I'll see
I
if
think Taz wants Hook to
Bookhausen
pay
is
his
popping in
dues.
Kansas City or Kansas City, Missouri.
Matter of fact, say man, let me know because you'll probably be seeing a Dark and a Dark Elevation because I've heard from reliable sources that I've heard that the Ass Boys are super over in person. That's what I've heard.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard. I've heard from
The
multiple
ass
people.
boys. The ass boys.
Boys.
Patterson loved that. Patterson loved that team.
I'm never trying to see any ass boy go over.
You don't want none. So you don't want none of Billy Gunn's son to go over.
When it was a gun club, no
Hey,
problem.
we talked about this last week. Do I think the name is stupid? Yes, but the Attitude Era had just as much stupid shit, and people they loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, if it's over, it's over.
No, I'm not. And that's the thing. Like, I'm just, I'm just for shits and giggles.
He just don't like the name ass.
Yeah. It just sounds wild, crazy to me. But if it gets them over, more power to them. You know, they deserve it. They second generation stars, and why not? If it works for them, they comfortable with it, they're having fun, they not hurting anybody, or they're not getting hurt. More power to them. I'm all for it.
How about they have the Ass Boys versus the Ass Girls? I'll watch that match. Ass.
Who will be the ass girls though?
I don't know. Maybe we'll put. I don't know.
The hotties and
Kiera Logan,
Kiera Hogan,
Red Velvet.
Red Velvet. There we go. Yeah.
But hey, do you know that Devon is trying to get his sons into the WWE?
Yeah, they're training.
They've been around for a while. I saw them back in TNA.
Yeah, they was in TNA. Yeah, remember there was the storyline with the Pope.
Yeah. They were.
Another great talent that was wasted.
Then they did. They made a few appearances on Dark. They did a few appearances at the NXT. Whatever the fuck it's called now. What is it called? Level Up? Is that what it's called? Level Up.
What is that, a video game? Level Up.
Yeah. These dudes are so corny, yo. Level Up.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
Damn, they are so corny.
It's like fucking Nickelback. Where'd they come up from them? A fucking bottle deposit? What kind of name is that?
Call it Grind Time or something. Like
Grind Time.
You know, like, damn, they just so unhip. And just, man, you know what? I'm done. Anyways, yo, like I said, I appreciate y'all. And I was thinking about, maybe doing some highlights, when it comes to the first 30 episodes of the Council Roundtable. Who knows? Keep in touch. But I do got some things in store. And Eddie's losers. Don't be
you gotta get Ahmed Johnson on the show.
No, get Jim Cornette on the show.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Are you chipping in for that?
Oh, you think he'll charge like that?
If you get Jim Cornette, Vince Russo, and fucking Kevin Dunn on the show, I fucking die.
My Cash App will be open.
Yeah.
Slut Slugs on Friday night.
Hey, I'll put up 200 for that. You're like, look.
Russo will be on the show. Count the bros. Bro.
I'm up out of here, bro. Yeah.